You know, I don't want to only for the people to only hear this. I want them to feel this, you know, to know that it's real. You know, not only on paper or on film or something that you see on television. It's happening every day.
Before everything fell apart, it was great. I had money, had a good job, had everything I needed.
I have various careers. I did nursing. I worked as a computer biller, worked for the state. And before I came here, you know, I had jobs, and now I don't have a job.
I got out of the Marine Corps in 1970. I was strung out, mainly on drugs and alcohol. I came out with this addiction and a whole lot of other pain.
And at that time, I had made a decision to leave my husband in my marriage, and the situation became violent. And at that time, I was trying to work, and I had an apartment, and I made a decision to leave to stay in the apartment, and that became more difficult with the separation process.
I've been moved since I was 16 from different places and different shelters and everything, and it's just, most things didn't work out with me, so I had to end up coming here.
I ended up losing my job. I had no place to go. I was sleeping in the cemetery up on Main Street on the bench, the ancient burial cemetery up there. And I was coming down here and staying in the shelter. And one day I woke up in Bushnell Park. I was laying underneath the tree. I had lost my clothes, my glasses.
You know, I remember one time I had an American flag as a blanket. You know, I stole one of those backyard fold-out chairs and an American flag, and that's what I was sleeping in this abandoned garage that was like, you know, I think of it as like leaning.
In that short period of time that I was out there, I was almost raped. I was beat up by this guy because I didn't want to give him no sex.
Well, my father came home and he was all crying. He's like, well, your brother's taken away and you're going with him.
You don't got no house, no clothes, no food, and nothing to drink, no money. You don't get to get up late. You gotta follow a lot of rules. And my mommy said it's hard living there.
They don't know what it's like. No food, no meal, this meal.
It was just like, it was madness to me, you know, and it was like a slow death. It was like a death sentence.
It's the nothingness. You don't know where you're going. You don't know where you're going to eat. You don't know where you're going to sleep.
Not know where you're going to take a bath.
And I would always have to steal the food. And I knew it wasn't right.
Nobody ain't gonna give you none because they don't know you. And they think you're a stranger.
It's an absolute nightmare. I don't believe anybody would reasonably choose that way to live. Survival, I don't believe, is choosing.
Homelessness has nothing to do with stupidity.
It happens to the best of us.
Homelessness is not prejudice. It doesn't, you know, it doesn't pick anybody. It could be anybody.
It can happen to anybody.
You know, anybody can be homeless.
It's a very serious problem, and people don't realize it.
It feels sad.
And it hurts.